A man was recently hospitalized. He sustained hits from someone throwing a clarinet at him and a French horn and a violin. They're saying it was an orchestrated attack. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Zareth Prevails. Let's talk about Inquisitor Barriss today. One of the more interesting kits that we're getting in this new era, the anniversary era. And I've already done a video on Stormtrooper Luke and on IG90, so those are going to be linked in the video description, and so go check those out. Don't miss out on those. And then the new one that I'm going to be doing, hopefully tomorrow, is this Chewbacca and Yoda kit. Looks pretty interesting. It's gonna, I don't know what we're gonna call that kit, guys. I don't are we, is the world ready for Choda? Not sure. Huge shout out to my patrons, by the way. You guys are so awesome. Thank you so much for your support, guys. And if you want to support the channel for free, all you gotta do is hit that thumbs up button, like, subscribe, comment. Let's mount yonder algorithm. I appreciate all of you. So let's get into it. Inquisitor Barriss. Now, CG says that you're supposed to do Barriss with eighth brother and ninth sister, second sister, fifth brother, which means that you just have Inquisitor, Grand Inquisitor, Reva, and Ninth Sister all just sitting on the bench for 5v5, which I think is funny. There's a couple different things we could talk about that, but that is the thing that CG said when they released the kits. And then, of course, the 3v3 team of Barriss and Second Sister and Ninth Sister. Now, the thing that you want to look at all these kits for is, are they answering a question that we already had? Like, what are they answering? What are they actually solving for us as players? And honestly, one of the biggest, I mean, it's not huge. No one really cared that I know of, but we've had these two just bonus Inquisitors hanging out for a long time on the bench in Second Sister and Ninth Sister I mean, even in 5v5, but especially in 3v3. And so it's kind of nice to have a character to kind of buff them. That is something we have answered. Is it answering another question? There is another one, and I guess I'm just going to say it out loud right now so you know to look for it while we're going through the kits. It's not, do we need a way to put Reva on the bench with Grand Inquisitor? Because no one wanted that. That's not something we were asking for. We wanted to use that team multiple times. It is really good. It's overpowered. And of course, Merrick is not going to be on that team either, usually. And so the real question is, how is Seer Malicos going to cope with their buddy, who they've been using more and more often, Starkiller, going to the Strangers team? Starkiller is abandoning his current teams. He's going to hang out with the Stranger, and so we have a gap here. We have, and the Seer Malicos team is going to be good, but they're missing a vital component to their success, and so how well will she fit on a Seer team? Now, I'm using Barriss, like the light side Jedi healer character, as the stand-in for this, so don't just remember, she is dark side here. I'm just using her as a stand-in. So, Inquisitor Barriss basic. So she inflicts a stack of purges. She actually assists quite a bit, at least with her Inquisition friends. She does special damage, and she siphons, which is actually good. She siphons crit damage, as we'll see. And then unaligned force users, whenever she uses a basic, unaligned force users heal 5% health and protection, which is important to know. Which things are Inquisition only and which things are unaligned force user, so that it works with Inquisition and like a potential Seer Malicos team. So her first special is cooldown 3. It's an AoE. It dispels all the buffs from all the enemies. It also inflicts buff immunity on the target. If they have 6 stacks of purge, they'll also have that where it can't be resisted, so you don't necessarily have to give a lot of a lot of potency to her necessarily. She also, on the target enemy, she's going to siphon crit damage, and that's based off of how much siphon she currently has. So remember, her basic gives her 5 every time she bonks them with it. Then she also is going to she's going to take that percentage. So if she's bonked them with a basic like 5 times and she has 15 siphon, she's going to steal 15% crit damage, and she's going to take that. So they're going to be minus 15. She's going to be plus 15, which is important because later she's going to give a percentage of her own personal crit damage to her team with a different special. So she can also reduce the cooldowns of her special by 1, of her second special by 1, which is nice because it's a cooldown 4. And this one, the other one, gets rid of buffs on enemies. This one dispels all debuffs on unaligned force users, so that's a helpful thing. She also equalizes health percentages, which is a thing she did in her old kit. She also then heals unaligned force users for 10% health and protection, but this number can be boosted by the number of purge that has either been consumed by Inquisition allies or resisted by enemies. So her basic, even if she doesn't apply a stack of purge with her basic, it still counts toward this number. So what can happen is, like, she'll equalize health with everyone, and then she'll heal them extra and the protection as well. She doesn't equalize protection, to be clear, but she does heal that protection, which is nice. And then this is the one where Barriss gives 20% of a crit damage, and it's stacking to as much as you want, to all Inquisitor attackers. Just Inquisitor attackers, not just Inquisitors. So that would be, in this case, 8th brother and second sister. They're both attackers. There are reasons you're probably not going to be using Grand Inquisitor with her, but he would be another one potentially. So her lead is probably only going to be a 3v3 lead, and so I've circled, I've used the white borders to show what the Omicron specifically is for 3v3. But with her lead, so Inquisitors get 20% max health. Every time she takes a turn, all the Inquisitors heal 8% of health. You're not going to notice that probably. When an enemy gains a stack of purge, Inquisitor allies gain 3 heal over times, which can be really nice actually, especially in 3v3 where it's gonna be tough to kill 9th sister, honestly, in 3v3 with this Omicron. And then it also makes second sister immune to daze and stun, and when Barriss uses an ability, second sister assists. So Barriss is also going to be assisting a lot, as you'll see with one of her uniques. So there's going to be a lot of assisting going on. Sister-ing, right? They're all sisters, right? 9th sister, second sister. Barriss is, we don't know her number, but each of you go. What do you? They're like, hey, what are you gonna do? And they'll be like, oh, I'm gonna assist her. Sorry. Well, I'll get back to analyzing the kit instead of awesome jokes. End of each Barriss's turn, it reduces second sister's cooldowns by 1, which second sister really likes actually. Okay, so her unique, this will apply for 5v5, even if she's not the lead. So first off, she denies revives, but that's kind of redundant, right? With Malicos. One thing it does do though, it makes the Seer Malicos team still not let people revive, right? Because Malicos, that's an Omicron, so this actually lets a Malicos team still not revive. Now in GAC it's cool because Savior is not a revive mechanic. It's just if you were gonna die, you don't die kind of thing. Like Malicos steps in and intervenes and stops you from dying. So this is a really nice mechanic for a Seer Malicos team. And when an Inquisitor is hit, the enemy gains a stack of purge, which is nice for the 3v3 team. While 9th sister is taunting, allied second sister and Inquisitor Barriss have 200% extra defense, tenacity, and Barriss is immune to daze and stun as well. Whenever an enemy has any number of buffs dispelled, she gains 10% turn meter, which can be good. Obviously, her unique 2 is just Inquisition only, and it's very similar to the patience mechanic that we have for all of the Inquisition. It's cool. She gets a lot of turn meter, guys. She's gonna take a lot of turns when people are hit on her team. Then she has a chance to just take a bonus turn, kind of. I mean, she's gaining turn meter, so it's not bonus turn, right? But also when purge is consumed or dispelled, she gains 3% turn meter. So she's going to take a lot of turns if she's allowed to get to gain turn meter, which is nice. But that's only in the context of an Inquisition team. So look, she's going to be good in 3v3. I think her team's going to be relevant. Whether it's going to be amazing or we'll just find some like really easy way to counter it, what remains to be seen. So it's nice to see that she's going to solve that like little issue that, I mean, it's nice to have a niche, right? In 5v5, I mean, there's just no way we bench Riva or Grand Inquisitor, right? And before you say you should just use her on the Inquisition team, I hear you, and maybe that's what we're going to do. I don't know. But remember, Riva revives 3 times. That's a huge part of her kit and a huge part of her strategy when you fight certain characters. Like sometimes if Kat, for instance, Commander Ahsoka Tano gets her leap and kills Riva, that's okay, right? Because Riva will just revive and she still has two lives. With Barriss on the team, because of her unique, Riva would just die on the first hit. And so if you care about that, then you probably can't do it. Grand Inquisitor is not going to be on our 3v3 team because it specifically, her unique singles him out as not allowed to work. Or maybe that's just her lead, but you guys can go back and look at my slides. I talk about it, but otherwise, I just don't. I don't think that it's gonna work with her in 5v5 as part of the Inquisition. Like I say, I could be wrong. I don't really know. I do think that it's going to be interesting to see how good she is on a Seer team. And honestly, like right now we have a lot like the tentative team for Malicos, Seer Malicos. And I know we all do it a little bit differently, but like Seer Malicos, obviously, then Barriss, obviously. But then a lot of times we have like Kylo Ren unmasked because you want a pre-taunt and a tank, and you want like Maul or like maybe Baby Cal, maybe a command, maybe Fulcrum. But what if you just add Second Sister and Ninth Sister, because she has enough things that aren't exclusive to just like things that aren't like, hey, only her lead benefits these guys. She also has some things that go with Second Sister and Ninth Sister in the rest of her kit that aren't just turned off by being with non-full Inquisitor team. So I don't really know if Second Sister and Ninth Sister can work, but it's kind of like we might have the spots for it, and Ninth Sister will hopefully taunt a decent amount with her. I don't know. That's something we're going to have to find out together, but I am interested by the kit. It's nice to have something where she fits onto 2 different teams. I really like that multi-utility component that they have been using a lot in kits lately. Like that's just been a cool thing that CG's been doing. She works in a lot of different places. So that's it, folks. Let me know, did I miss anything about this kit? I would love to hear about it. Respectfully, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and remember that in all things, Xaereth prevails. Take care, folks.